Hello everyone and welcome back to Mimo Fitness Journey. Today my weight is 136 kilogram. But there's a confession I want to say. I'm not really organized in uploading videos. So some weeks I upload, some weeks I don't upload, some weeks I upload 2 videos, few weeks I don't upload at all. So I'm not really on a plan here, which is again is the purpose where I wanted to build the channel, because I want week in, week out to share with you what's happening, whether I'm doing good, I'm doing bad, I even stopped doing anything. I want to share that so everyone can go through this journey and actually relate to what's happening. It's not always like a line from start to finish. Sometimes you have ups, sometimes you have downs. So I was not really doing that, and I felt very sorry for this, because for me, before anyone else, I wanted to really document what's happening. So when I go back and watch these videos, I can reflect and actually learn from these videos. So what I wanted to do right now is to always upload weekly, no matter what. Even if I'm doing progress, if I'm not doing anything, I will upload. Even if the video I'm gonna say, guys, I did nothing the whole week, still I'm gonna do it for me and for everyone else to see what's happening week in and week out. Second, I found that I always get lazy because of work, because of all of this, that I need to come, I sit and set up the cameras, lights, all this kind of stuff, need to think of what I'm saying, which is always make me lazy to do it and end up actually not doing it at all. So one of the resolutions I made is that every day or 2 days, I'm gonna record actually something. I'm gonna just put the phone, start talking about what I did in the last 1 or 2 days, even for 30 seconds. And maybe by the end of the week, I will have a full video that I can just stitch it together and actually upload. But if I'm uploading and creating and editing everything in the last of the week, even if I get lazy or I get busy, or sometimes I even forgot what I want to do, or sometimes I want to record some shots that I forgot. So I said, maybe I will record it next week. So all of this end up not being creating the video. So that's why I'm gonna do it every day or maximum every 2 days and stitch at the end. So expect that moving forward, videos gonna be much more organized on a weekly basis. So by now you're probably wondering, I don't have any injury in my finger anymore. So what happened is, finally, my finger now is working properly. I removed the pins that was in my finger, so now I can use it properly. And actually, to be honest, that was one of the reasons I stopped also recording, because for 1 or 2 weeks, I was not doing anything. To be honest, I was in a bad mood. Not because of the injury, because I continued doing fitness while I have this injury, but because it went much longer than expected. It was on my right hand. Usually people don't really think about it, how much you are using your hand, till you actually get something that you can't put water or anything, and then I start realizing, oh my God, I'm using it a lot. I cannot just take a shower normally. I go to shower doing like this. I cannot just wash my face normally. I need to do it only by one hand, which is the left one, which is I'm not using to use a lot. Even opening doors, opening cars, anything, carrying bags, it was always hard to do any simple stuff. And it went much longer than I expected, because at some week, I think one of the pins in the finger caught with something and went out. So it was not good. I had to go to the hospital again, had to do x-ray. They had to extend it for 2.5 weeks before they remove it in order to recover the damage that happened. So yeah, mentally I was not the best. So that's why I stopped. But again, I'm gonna record moving forward, no matter what is good or bad, just to share with myself and with anyone else that again, life is not always a straight line. When you are only doing your goal and nothing happen in between, no, always stuff happens, and I don't know, you just have to cope with it. But the good thing is that now my finger is good, it's back to normal, and I'm very excited about it. One more thing that happened. I don't think I talked about it in the channel before, but I have a Tesla. So my car is a Tesla Model 3 Performance, and I love this car. Not just because it's a Tesla, which is amazing, not just because the car is very fast, which it is, but this car, I dreamt of owning it with the same color since Elon Musk did the event of introducing it 6 years ago. I was dreaming of this car. I remember I took a screenshot when he put the 3 cars on the stage, and I said, I'm gonna get this car one day with this color. I even remember that the, I don't know, it's called rim, or called something like this metal part inside the wheel. It was different. I don't think even they are producing what they showed during this event. That was the only thing different between my car and this one, because they are not doing this rim size or whatever. But the same color, same car, same everything. So it was dream for all these years. I didn't have the money at that time. I didn't even live in a place when I can actually own a Tesla. So the moment I came to Dubai, literally it took me 1 month to finish my papers, like Emirate ID and all of this, because you cannot do anything without it. You are to be considered as a tourist. You cannot buy, you cannot get license, you cannot do anything. The moment I get my Emirate ID, I applied for driving license. And because I'm from Egypt, I had to, for some reason, take a driving license again, even though I'm driving for almost 10 years. So I finished, I get my license. On the same day I get my license, I ordered my Tesla. Can you imagine? That's exactly how much I was waiting to get this car. I didn't even have the cash for it. I bought it as an installment. So what happened is, this car, one of my friends wanted to try it. She didn't really, I would say, understand the amount of horsepower this car can bring. So while she was doing a U-turn, she pushed the acceleration stronger than what you need to do. So basically she went above the paveway and hit one of the light columns in the street. And yeah, and the car was on their maintenance, I don't know, for almost 3.5 months, maybe 4 months maybe. So it was very long. And again, it was always longer. I had an issue with the insurance companies. They didn't want to put the money all at once. And then I had an issue with the Tesla body shops, that they didn't have all the spare parts, so I need to wait until they bring it. It was a long story, but finally I finished it. I have my car back as well. So that's also the second most exciting thing happened to me after I removed the pins from my finger. And the first things I thought, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go start accessorizing the car. So I went to a place to have this alloy gator around the wheels. So first it's protected, but also it looks nice. And it actually looks pretty amazing. I was really focusing on which color, which everything to get, but as then I end up, you know what, I'm gonna get black. It's, you know, very classic, I would say, because you can put red and stuff, but either it will look really good or it's gonna look really bad. But like when you go with black and this kind of stuff, or gray, the same as the body color, it's, you cannot go wrong. It's gonna go be like a very classy thing, so it's gonna look normal, I would say. Some people even will not even notice it is there. So I did this, I'm pretty happy with it. So now I have my car back, so expect that I'm gonna talk about it during the videos, because I love it so much. So most probably I'm gonna talk about it in every single video. Moving from the personal updates, we'll go to the fitness updates. So what I did is, I read a book called Burn the Fat, Feed the Muscle. This book is really, really good. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. It's one of the best books I read regarding fitness, regarding nutrition, regarding all of this. I really like it. And they're talking about 4 main principles that you need to do in order to continue on your fitness transformation journey. And basically it is mental training, it's nutrition, it's cardio training, and it's weight training. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about cardio first. So for the cardio, basically just anything that will make your heart rate increase. Any exercise that will make your heart rate increase is theoretically considered cardio. But what should be your heart rate? Okay, like I always ask my question, okay, if I'm gonna go to treadmill, that's usually the standard thing. Anyone want to lose weight or do any cardio, just go to treadmill, right? Or run on the street. So what should be my heartbeat? What should be my speed? What should be my incline? Should I do more incline? Should I do more speed? Should I do run? Should I walk? Is this too low? Is this too high? There is so many things, and I didn't really understand what exactly should I do. But then when I read the book, one of them was a very, very simple idea, is that there is a formula to determine what is the best heart rate for you to lose weight. So basically it is 220 minus your age. So I'm right now 31. So 220 minus 31, that means 189. Then this number, you multiply it between 60% to 80%. From 60%, that should be the lower heart rate that you cannot go below, and 80% that is the highest heart rate that you cannot go higher. In between, that is the optimum heart rate for you to lose fats and to actually end up with a better shape, I would say. So what I did is that I have an Apple Watch, so I calculated this for myself. I start knowing my range, and then I set something in between. I'm gonna take like 70%, so it's almost 130 in the early 30s. So you know what? My heart rate from 130 to 135, I'm gonna play on this. Anything above, I'm gonna actually slow down. Anything below, I'm gonna actually ramp up the power and the speed in order for me to reach that level of heart rate. And to be honest, it is really cool, because when you go really high, definitely you have a higher heart rate, you are burning more per second or per minute, but you are getting really tired that sometimes you don't continue till the end. And sometimes you don't really enjoy training and you get scared and you don't want to go next day. I was like, oh my God, no man, it's really hectic, it's really tiring, and I don't continue. And if you're going too low, yeah, you are, it's easy, you don't really get that, tired and everything, but you're spending too long to reach your target. So my target is 1,000 calories every day. So if I'm doing, for example, on, 100 or 110 heartbeat per second, heartbeat per minute, not per second. Per second, you're gonna die. Heartbeat per minute. It's gonna be, take me like, 2.5 hours, 3 hours. It's gonna be very annoying, and most of probably is not sustainable. So that's why I found the 70% mark is, the balance between 2 points, that it will make me not being that tired, but at the same time, also not spending a day at the gym to reach my target. So that's why I'm keeping that. And based on that, I'm always updating my incline and my speed to always reach that. So if anytime I feel that I want to up my heart rate, I'm gonna increase incline or increase speed. Second, should I run or I walk? Like for example, should I make incline 0 and speed very high? Or should I make, like for example, speed very low but incline very high? Or should be a mix in between? Again, based on the book, and to be honest, it makes so much sense, is it depends on your weight. Right now, my weight is a bit still high, so it's gonna be hard to start running because it's gonna affect my knees. So I can actually get hurt and actually get injured as well. So what I'm doing right now is that I'm trying to always be walking, maybe increase the pace of the walk, but always walking, not running. So in order not to jump basically from the floor. Like if you are walking, you are always touching the floor, So you don't have this, jump. But running, you have to jump like this. So when you jump it, your weight on your knees, you can actually cause injuries. So for now, I'm gonna continue walking. I increase the pace till the maximum pace I can walk at. And then if I still need to increase my heart rate, I just play in the incline. Once I feel that I've gotten more light, maybe part by part, I'm gonna introduce running, but again, very, very small amount, one by one, in order not to cause injury and have to wait at home and all this kind of stuff. So that's my heart rate. Anyone watching, if you want also to measure what is your optimum heart rate for fat loss, you can use the same formula, 220 minus your age, and then multiply this result by 60%, by 80%. Now you know your band. My recommendation, always aim for the 70% mark. This should be a good balance for your heart rate. That's it. We are at the end of the video. One thing that I'm gonna try to do in next video is that I'm not gonna be only talking while I'm on the couch. I will try to record outside. To be honest, it's gonna be very hard for me. I'm a very shy person, specifically in such scenarios. When I take a camera and start recording, sometimes I don't know how can I do it, but I really want to try. I really want to make the videos more engaging, more interesting. Also show everyone want to watch Dubai and the areas I'm living in and what I'm doing outside. So I will try my best, even if it's like very, very small, but I will try to do that. So that will be first thing. Second, because it's also gonna be outdoors, it's gonna be much harder in sound, I'm gonna buy a mic, like this wireless mics, and I'm gonna try it next week. So yeah, next week video is gonna be either really interesting or really weird. So I have no idea, but I will try, and see you everyone at next video.